We inhale through our nose. Open your mouth and just a gentle sigh out. Inhale again through your nostrils. And a nice deep sigh out. Closing the mouth, but not jamming the mouth closed, just letting the lips close, keeping the jaw soft. And continue a breath in and out through your nostrils without force. So nothing here is forced. Just let your natural breath move through your body. And feel your chest and heart space expand as you breathe without forcing. And then usually we have our bellies tight all the time, trying to hold our tummies in so our muffin top doesn't show. Let your belly relax here, so that when our belly is relaxed, we can bring beautiful fresh air into the lower lobes of our lungs. So like a big old Buddha, your belly is expanding with your breath. So in my yoga classes, I don't really care what we look like. And especially in yin, sometimes we have sacrificed our form and alignment in yin for what it actually feels like. So I want you to feel the breath move into the lower part of your belly. And if you've got a really busy mind, a nice anchor throughout your class this morning might be to visualize your breath floating on an ocean. So imagine you're over here in one of our beautiful beaches, and the wave lifts you up on your inhale. And on your exhale, you just topple over the crest of the wave and fall down and see yourself just ebbing and flowing with your breath. And from here, our physical intention of our yin practice is to get really deep into the connective tissues with time and gravity. So with that is your physical intention. However, I want you to set something more personal. Welcome. So this is your own personal intention. We call this our sankalpa in yoga. So it might be an outward intention, perhaps a gesture to a friend or loving kindness to those around the world. Or it might be to yourself. It could be something as simple as giving myself time to relax. I don't know what that intention is for you, but I would like you to set that intention now. And if it resonates with you, bring your hands into prayer at your heart space and gently bowing your head. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, flutter your eyelids open. So that just gives us some time to ground into our practice. Namaste. For those who just joined us, my name is Beck. We're taking a yin practice, and this morning, we're actually going to come up into our forward fold. So with our yin, we hold for time. Now with your forward fold, what I want you to do, if you have high blood pressure problems, we don't want to bring the head down lower than the heart. So you're going to hold here. That hold is going to be for a couple of minutes. So this is where I would recommend going to a lounge or a chair and leaning on the chair here. Or if you're really tight through your hamstrings, or if you're really tight through your lower back. But if not, you're going to come with me. So we're going to stand tall, take an inhale, and we exhale and fold forward. And then we arrive down either to the ground or to blocks or to cushions. But I want you to ground down. And from here, let your neck and shoulders relax. And sometimes yin, it's not the physical side of yin that actually is challenging. It's sometimes the stillness, and then the mind begins to wander and think, how long is this crazy bird from Australia going to keep us like this? So I can tell you, I'm going to keep you like this for at least 2 minutes. So once you've had the 30 seconds to wrestle with that, I want you to fold in a little deeper. Never go to your deepest place initially. Now, if it's available to you, palms can touch to the floor. But don't bring tension here. So remember, at the top of the class, we spoke about letting the yin tissues soften. And for the most part, you won't need to see what's happening after I get you into posture. If you're really tight through your hamstrings, you can just sink down and soften your knees so that your thighs and your chest are almost meeting. As long as you're not over-activating through your quadriceps here. Really nice, everyone. We're a minute in. So keep thinking back to that visualization of riding your breath. Ride up on the crest of the wave on your inhale. Soften, surrender, and release control on your exhale. Fall to the other side of the wave. Check in and notice if your neck and shoulders are tensing. And check in if you're fidgeting. Let your breath just flow naturally through your body. We've got 10 really lovely breaths here. Inhale. And as your body begins to yield, you might find some more space and walk into that space so that you're in a space of slight discomfort. Yin is not meant to be a comfortable practice. 5 breaths. All right, if we're coming out, those who have come down with me, what I want you to do is come up onto your fingertips. Soften your knees, bring hands to hips. From here, engage your belly, lift your heart up to where everyone else was before if they've got high blood pressure, so your heart is level with your hips. Use your core rather than your back muscles. Soften your knees a little bit and slowly come out. I feel like we're about 80 here. Nice. We're going to come on down to the floor. What we're going to take is Malasanas, which is a really deep squat. So these first couple of exercises, our asanas, are going to be our quite intense ones, and then we'll sort of ease up a little bit. So what I want you to do, and this is where a prop or pillow might come in handy, and if you don't have one, I've got an alternative. So you're going to sit on the edge of a bolster or a block or something of the like. If you don't need that, you don't have to use it, but we're here for 2 minutes. So our feet are down, my hands are on the inside of my knees. And I'm going to hold here. So what I'm working here is to open up through my Achilles and my calf, and then in through my inner thigh. And I hold. Now, if you don't have anything to sit on, I'm going to bring the soles of your feet together. And you're actually just going to fold forward. Remember, I talked about sometimes losing form and alignment in your space. So we're just going to hold here. And you'll feel that gentle pull of your inner thigh. You might even feel the kidney area. So regardless of which option you've chosen here, take that 30-second grace to wiggle, to fidget, to find your edge point. And then you pause. You might like to close your eyes. You might like to find push to point, which is just a point that you're not looking really at, but looking through. But I don't want you to be tempted. I'm sorry. I want you to find that space of, I'm a little bit uncomfortable, but I know I can manage this. Come back to your breath. If your body yields, like I said before, move into that space. Fill that space of giving with just gentle kindness of asking a little more. In yoga practice, it's always really good to not have an expectation. You arrive past today with an expectation of who the teacher might be and what we might do with the style of yoga. Whatever it is today is what it's meant to be for you. Enjoy what is delivered to you today and embrace whatever arises. We've got 5. Last breath, inhale. Exhale. Now if you're up with me, press hands away. If you're down in your butterfly, gently bring the head and shoulders up. And sliding the legs out in front, regardless of where you're at, slide the legs out in front. Take them wide onto the mat. And just a gentle wiggle of the legs. Hold this for a second. Just hang out like you're in a sunny park and you're just thinking back, listening to your friends. Let the blood flow back down to your legs. You breathe. So we're going to forward fold again. Now these forward folds I put in a lot because forward folds are really great for stress and anxiety and in these anxious times. So we're going to actually move the fleshy part of our butts out of the way. So we're sitting down, anchored down on our sit bones. If you're tight through your hamstrings, you might need some in. Or if you've got some pillows or props or something like that, you might like to put them on top of you. In our yang practice, we would generally pull the toes back and engage our quadriceps and hold a little bit of flat back. Because we're yin, what we're looking for is the least resistance to our body. So let your toes pop out, let your legs relax. And then we're actually going to allow ourselves to just fold down. So this is where, if you've got some props, some pillows, some support, you might like to let your third eye center rest down. If you don't have that, but you've got the ability to let your head rest into your hands, do that. But don't do it if you feel that you're straining through your body. From the side. And the good thing about not being in a public space of yoga and doing it at home is that you've got no one there to impress. It doesn't matter what you look like, it's what you're feeling like, and you should approach that when you go to class next, when gyms and yoga studios are open. So just hold down. Let your head become really heavy. You might feel a pull in your back muscles. If you're tight through your hamstrings, you might feel those hamstrings. And now that we've been here about 30 seconds, just see if you can move down a little deeper, but not forcing. So I don't want you to use your hands to draw yourself in and fulfill an image that you might have in your head of how far you can forward fold. I don't care how far you could forward fold. What I do care about is how we treat our bodies. So we hold them in the highest respect As we forward fold and allow those muscles that are very, very plastic, not muscles, tendons and ligaments and fascia, they're quite tight and they don't have much water in them. They're almost plastic-like. We have a plastic-like substance to them, so they need time to become more pliable. Now I'm going to leave you in silence here for another minute or two. If your mind wanders, come back to the visualization of your breath floating on a wave. Stay in this surrendered position. Notice any sensations, thoughts, or feelings that arise, but don't place judgment on them. Just become an observer. In your mind's eye, maybe even say, that's curious. But don't judge yourself. If your body opens up a little more, take that space without force. Just let gravity take hold. We got 5 more breaths. Now, if you can touch down to the earth with your hands, place them down on the earth and bring your head up slowly just to follow the line of your back. Walk your hands back and come out very slowly. All right, bend those knees. Lift the chest up. Take the feet quite wide. Just windscreen wiper. I always find that one funny, to not judge my muffin top that's sitting on my thighs, and for me to say that's curious and not place any judgment. All right, let's go into the lower body again. We're going to work the tops of our legs. Now, if you've got acute knee pain, this one's not going to be a friend of yours, so I will give you an alternative. If you have something to sit on underneath a block or a bolster or pillows, take that. I'll give you the full version. So we're actually going to bring our knees together and see my feet at the back are wider than my knees. I've got fleshy calves, so I'm going to move my calves out of the way and sink down. Now, if I sink down all the way to the ground, now it puts too much pressure on my knees. So I need to be kind. I could do it, but I know that it's not doing my body good. It's gone beyond that pain of slight discomfort. So I'm going to prop my bottom up with, you can use books, pillows. If this is not for you, what you can do, and you don't have anything to hold you there, you can actually put your feet together and sink back, or feet together, grab a pillow and pop it under your bottom, just to take some flexion out of your knee. It's a really tricky one to sink into and relax because we're usually quite tight around this area. Don't take it up too high, your bottom propped up too high, so that you're not feeling it. I want you to feel it. From here, take your right hand, actually don't, put both hands down onto the floor. And take your right ear over to the left shoulder. Your right ear rather to your right shoulder, don't know what I'm saying. That's all we're going to do. I want you to close your eyes and feel. So don't force your ear over here. We're not looking to stretch the muscle, but keep that out of your mind. What we're looking to do is a little stress substances around the muscle and put that under stress over time. So it's much more beneficial to place not at full extent, but hold for a long time. So your yin love that, your yin tissues love that. However, if we were to force hold for a shorter time, our yin tissues won't get much out of that. Where our ego needs to just step back and go, you know what? I'm just going to let myself feel here. And can you relax those hands? Jaw relax. Let your eyes soften. That little border belly relaxes and breath draws in. Are you holding tight through your glutes and buttocks? Can you soften and release the weight down? You might notice in time that your ear becomes closer to your shoulder just through gravity. Holding the lower body as it is, you don't need to open your eyes. I'll guide you through verbally. Just let your chin start to roll down towards your chest. Very slowly, you don't want to feel the neck. If you're really tight through your neck, you're going to feel this. So let your chin roll to your chest. Feel the stretch at the back of the neck. Relax your shoulders. Let your belly go. Bowing your head and surrendering. It might be a nice time to check in back with your own personal intention. And then we're going to take the ear over to the other side. So gently sweep the ear up on the left side to your left shoulder. It's not going to go as deep as we were on that opposite side quickly because we need time. So just let your body stay in that position, not forcing. Let your breath just wave through your body, massaging through your body. And can your lower body surrender some more? Do you have some more openness now? Without moving any props, just release your weight down, heavier. Like you've fallen asleep watching TV. You're not holding yourself up. It's just in this position. Doing really well. 5 more breaths. And once more, we're going to let that chin draw and roll down to our chest. Slowly, no rushing. Just shake your head, just softly, yes and no. And then pause here again. Maybe letting your body weight fall forward a little. Rounding through your spine. And then rebuilding your spine, sitting tall and very slowly. Before you lift your head up, bring your palms to your forehead. Take an inhale and allow your palms to help bring your head up. Take the hands behind, open the chin, pull back. Bring your head back to neutral. Slide the hands forward. Very slowly come off all your heels. How beautiful does that feel? So option 1 might be to just let one leg at a time press back. If you're wanting a little more, you're going to pop those hips back up into downward facing dog. And just a little bit of movement here, enjoying the blood moving back to the legs. If you're down on all fours, just one leg at a time, pressing away, getting a nice stretch through the body. Just a little interlude. On down, stretch out into a little bit of rotation. So this is where it's handy if you've got a prop. If you don't need it necessarily. So what I want you to do is come and bring your right leg forward. So you're bent at your hip and your shin is parallel to the edge of your mat. Now if you've got a pillow or some pillows or a bolster, this is where you would lie, right near your hip on the right side. And then with your left foot, you'll bend your left knee behind you. Bring your left knee into the arch of your right foot, if you can. If you can't, whatever you can do. You might be quite tight through those hips. So we're going to inhale, twist, not forcefully, but get that rotation. And then you're going to slide your heart down towards the pillows, props or bolsters. If you don't have anything, you're going to turn and just hold here on your forearms. Your back hip will lift, and that's okay. So we're going to hold here for about 3 minutes each side. What I want you to do is get that rotation. So you are going to feel this rotation in your lower back, perhaps. And then let your head just face towards your knees first. And you're really going to sink down. So this is really nice. I'm just going to start so you can hear my microphones. I want you to really sink down, like you've fallen asleep here on someone's lap. And then if the neck allows, your head up and rotate it to the opposite side. Now my neck doesn't allow that, so I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to force it. But what I am going to do is take the first 30 seconds to soften in, and then I want you to just adjust yourself and see if you can lift and rotate your heart around a little more, and then really get into it and soften down. If your back knee lifts, you're really tight, another cushion or something underneath that back knee might be handy too. And now in this position, what I want you to draw attention to is the breath moving into the left side of your body. If you're tight through your left hip flexor, the front of your hip. You might feel that open up. Be mindful not to tense through your bottom leg. If you're not using any pillows or props, what you can actually do is just rest your head into your hand. Or if it's available to you, just lie all the way down to the floor. Doing really well, everyone. 5 more breaths. Let go of the weight of your body. There's no one to answer to here. It is just you and your mat. Some pressure into those hands and lift yourself up, but don't rotate yourself back around yet. Lift your head up, keep your heart straight. Keep looking out to the long side of your mat, the edge of your mat. And then very slowly lifting your body up and unrotating. We're going to sneak off our knees and come into a wide child's pose. So you're going to take those knees quite wide on your mat. Your hips connect down to your heels. Slide the hands out, and instead of going straight out, you're going to snake them off to the right side again, opening through the left side of your body. Now, if you need something to let your third eye center rest down, you can grab that pillow, cushion, book, bolster, block, whatever it is. But try and keep your arms straight to start with to find that extension, openness through your side body, and then surrender. So we don't want to be pulling ourselves here. We're just going to hold here for 90 seconds. With the space here, with your knees open, that nice Buddha belly can breathe freely, unencumbered. Let your hips be really heavy. Don't force your arms. Let your arms soften. Keep your third eye center down towards the earth, but start sneaking your fingers back to the center, and then your head comes back to center. Take a few breaths here. keep the hands back towards the knee. Lift the head space slowly up. Bring the hands back towards the hip crease. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your head up. Exhale, bring your hands to your knees, round through your spine. Inhale, hands back to your hip crease. Open the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Heart lifts. Exhale. One more like that. Nice. You've got a prop you're using. Take it to the other side of your mat. Our left leg is going to shift forward. Right knee goes into the arch of the left foot if possible. These glasses are a pain. And lift your heart space. Move the bolster over. Rotate the rib cage around. If you need that pillow for your back knee, take it. You're going to come on down. Just looking out still towards the legs. You'll notice one side be tighter than the other. It might be this side, it might be the other. This is where we don't want to place judgment. Just notice it. Big deal. If your head can allow, you turn the neck or head rather to the other side. Give yourself that grace of about 30 seconds. Lift up, shift around a little bit more and then sink in. We hold here. Keep surrendering. Avoid fidgeting. Find stillness of both body and mind. And if you notice that your mind is the one that's fidgeting, just imagine that you're your own friend and you're just drawing yourself back from the path of breathe into the left body. Let your head be really heavy, your arms heavy against the earth.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe.
5 more breaths here.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe.
Ground down through your hands. Keep your chest towards the earth and then press into the hands. Just lifting in that rotated position. In the heart space up. Gently bring the gaze forward. Lifting all the way up. Slide out very slowly. Don't make any rushed movements. Again, we take those knees wide. Hips back to the heels. Open the knees up to let the belly fall down and take the hands over to the opposite side now. So over to the left. Start with straight arms to find that length. And once you've found the length, your elbows will just naturally soften. And we hold here. not forcing.
Shanti.
Visualizing now the space in between each rib on this right side.
Shanti.
And usually it's quite closed down as we sit. We're not usually stretching laterally. So think about all those spaces opening up and letting breath and a sense of freedom, fluidity here. Let your third eye rest down to something, whether it be the ground or the cushion, but you don't want to engage the neck muscles by having it just hang in the air. Your head's quite heavy to hold up. Check in with your jaw and relax your jaw. Start to walk those hands and head back to center. Reaching the arms along and then letting them soften. Just 3 breaths here. Belly expands to the floor. Feel the breath move up under the armpits. Last breath, inhale. Slide hands back to knees. Press up. Slide your chest up. Hands back to hips. Open the heart. Exhale, hands reach for the knees, round through the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, hands reach back to the hip crease, heart space moves forward, chin lifts. One more, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, slide the hands off the knees, come off the knees, and then cross with your legs out in front. Just give those legs a bit of a stretch out. We're going to go into pigeon, which is my all-time favorite. Sometimes not all-time favorite for a lot of people because we hold a lot of tension through our hips. So just get some blood moving back into those legs, but not warming the muscles up. All right. So I want you to come up onto your knees first. Just going to open through the hip. Bring your right foot forward. I might change my mind, we'll just see. Right knee, leg forward, and just check that the ankle and the knee are aligned, and your back knee, you're off the top of your knee, you've rolled off the top of your knee. So sink down, and we're just opening up through the hip flexor on this left side. And then drop backwards, stretch out. So not really in here because we are moving. Come forward, press back. Couple more, come forward, press back. Last one, come forward. And now heel toe the foot over to the left side of your mat. And then come on down. Just move back so you can see. So if you're really tight through this hip, what you might need is a block or something to prop underneath your right butt. So the more flexible you are, and again, who cares if you're flexible or not, I want you to feel this in this hip area. But you can move your foot further away from you, provided that you don't tilt off to the side. So I want you to lift the chest first. find alignment, even though we said we don't worry about alignment too much. I do want you to feel if it's a problem. And then you can start to move yourself forward. And this is where a block or a bolster or something might come in handy for those who are quite tight. And I want you to just ease into it. So don't go down all the way. I want you to just spend about 30 seconds getting into position. Normally I would have you flex your foot on the right side just to protect the knee a little bit. You're going to soften that foot. I want you to bring your left hip down towards the earth, not force it down, but just be mindful of letting your left hip draw down at the same pace and the same level of your right hip. And now we're going to start to surrender some more, perhaps lying on a block, bolster, cushions, whatever you've got available to you. And then if it's available, all the way down. But remembering, if you go to your full extent straight away, you want to keep still. So maybe just hold yourself up initially. So we move out of pain, we stay in discomfort and move through discomfort. If it is pain, we move out. If this is too strong for some of you, an alternative is to do our figure 4 reclined. So you're just going to hold here. So they're your two options. Over time, you'll notice your body will just give up a little bit, give in to you, give in to gravity rather, so that you'll notice you can maybe creep another centimetre or millimetre towards the floor. But don't force yourself here. If we've gone too far, you will notice that your body is resisting and using muscles to hold you up. What I want you to do is use props, bolsters, blankets, pillows, whatever you have at the ready to hold you, so that it's not your muscles. Doing well, we have 1 minute. As a student of yoga, I really appreciate when a teacher tells me how long I've got to go in challenging poses. And just check in with your breath. Gently lift your head up. Your upper body to lift you up and slide your leg back. We're actually going to go into a rebound, so come all the way down onto your belly, both legs out in front of you. Your hands rest down onto the earth and your head rests down onto the hands. Just shake your hips from side to side, wiggle, And then pause and just notice what's going on in the right side of your body. Notice if it's open, heat, tingling, relaxed. One more breath here. Lift your head up, bring your hands either side of your shoulders. Press back. Inhale as we step forward with our left foot. Come off the top of the right knee. Ease into this hip on this side. It's already been held in a certain position, so ease into it. If you're really tight, you might even need to bring your hands to your knees. Take an inhale, sink back on your exhale. Come forward, lift your heart, sink back. One more. And back. Coming forward, heel toe your foot over. Doesn't have to be graceful. All right, and then take that foot back as far as you need to find that alignment. Just let your body give for a second. Use any pillows, props. Notice that one side might be tighter. It's okay. Lift through the heart. Exhale, just start to walk yourself down very slowly, not rushing. So this one, even though I don't like to necessarily move in yin, I find in deep stresses, such as this one, I allow myself 3 points to consciously move. And I move just with gravity, so I'm not picking myself up and adjusting. After 30 seconds, I just let gravity take over. So that might mean my head becomes heavier and I need to move a prop away. Be mindful that your right hip has not lifted up. Again, you've got the option to lie on your back for that figure 4 stretch. You've got it. Let go. Rather than focus on discomfort, focus on breath and your body moving in that beautiful water. And 10 breaths. flick off to the left. Sweep very slowly your right leg around. Feels like an old lady. You're going to lie down on your back. Bring your hands overhead and let your knees drop in towards one another. And just gently rocking from side to side. And then let them sleek out to the sides, soles of the feet together. Just pausing here for a second before we take our final asana, our shavasana. Draw the knees together. If you need a hug of your knees to your chest, you can do that. But otherwise, take those legs long, out wide, palms facing up towards the ceiling, chest open, back is softened. If you've got a tight or tender back, something underneath your knees might be nice. So just pause here. We're going to take a few moments to let our body soak in the experience of the last hour. Closing your eyes, finding stillness and softness, scanning through your body, enjoying and appreciating sensations. Let your body be heavy. Your eyes closed down. Gentle wiggle of your fingers and toes. Maybe a bit of a stretch or a yawn, but please keep your eyes closed. Bend your knees and gently roll to your side, just lying on your side. With your eyes closed down, come up into a comfortable seated position. Doesn't matter what it looks like, just sitting down, comfortable, eyes closed, no rushing. If it feels appropriate, bring your hands into prayer at your heart space. Just taking a few breaths now to check back in with your intention. Your eyes remain closed as you bring your hands to your third eye center. Finding clarity and wisdom in your thoughts. Bring your hands to your lips, speaking words of kindness to others, but most importantly to yourself, words of encouragement. Bring your hands to your heart space, filling your heart with love for yourself, compassion for others. Thank you so much for the privilege of guiding you through a yin practice. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Look, I'm not sure if I'm doing this next week, But it's always handy if we know in advance the style of yoga you would like to practice. Yin is one of my favorites. It's really beneficial. It's not everyone's favorite because it can get a little tricky holding and being still. So whether it's a gentle flow, a mix of yoga, yin, let me know. Drop some comments in. Feedback is always nice. I have very thick skin. I've been doing this many years, so it doesn't matter. I may not be everyone's cup of tea. But have a beautiful day. I hope you're all safe and well over there. I think you're in Ireland. As I said before, I'm in beautiful, sunshiny Queensland in Australia. And I hope to see you again. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Lovely. Thank you so much. Thanks, Tony. I love all your names. Now I gotta get out of here. I'm living in the 80s still. See you guys.
Namastasye.